Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Welcome to the Orange County Shrimp Tank Podcast post-show wrap-up, where we interview CEOs and business owners across the USA about the do's and don'ts of running their business. Our guest today is Brian Mandel,
certified estate attorney.
Yeah, and before I get back to Brian here, I want to, as a reminder for people to get the full segment of the show, check out orangecounty.podcast. shrimptagpodcast.com and get a replay. You might find another CEO on the that relates to your background, and so remember that. Back to Brian. Brian, the one question we're always asked is that, what do you do? We always come up with different answers of what do we do. I found myself doing that all the time. So, is there a bullet, a phrase point, or something that best describes you?
Well, when people ask me what I do, I tell them that I'm an estate planning and asset protection lawyer. And they usually say, well, what does that mean? So what that means is that I help people protect themselves from lawsuits, and then I help them pass their assets to their kids and loved ones while minimizing taxes and legal expenses.
Excellent.
That's a great recap, Brian. What would you say is the one key element for somebody that wants to branch out and wants to create a successful business?
Well, Tab, I've built my practice on referrals. Probably awesome. 90 to 95% of my business comes from referrals from existing clients, from other lawyers, from other individuals. But I think the main reason, the most important reason that I get referrals is that we do a good job for people. I don't think you're going to get any referrals if you don't surpass your client's expectations. People expect you to do a good job, but you got to go above and beyond that, because no matter how often you ask for referrals, nobody's going to refer anybody to you if you didn't do a good job for them in the first place.
Hey, there's no question about referrals, and a lot of us miss out on that. But Brian, you're right. To depend on the business based on referrals, obviously you're doing something right there. Hey, I have a question. Experience in providing to your customers, your clients, and you're probably going to be able to answer that right now. Years of experience it took me to master my industry. I'm going to say about 10 years. Some industries, it could be 3, 5, depending on your context. But in my case, I feel real comfortable in 10 years. I've been in the business for over 34 years. So, experience plays a big part of that. So when did you feel like you master it, and how many years of experience do you have in the business?
Well, I have been a lawyer for over 20 years.
20 years.
I would say, though, that you're right, Leonard. I didn't really have the confidence to go out on my own for quite a number of years, almost 10, I would say. And it was truly my wife that encouraged me to do that. And she was right. I did have the experience and knowledge and talent to go out on my own when she kind of pushed me into it. And I'm glad that she did. I haven't looked back since that time, and it was the best thing that I ever did.
Hey, this is a great example of when the spouse kicks your butt, you might say, whatever you might want to say, or encourages you to say, go do this thing. And because, Brian, think about the effect of her encouragement and you following through with it, all the people that benefited from your expertise. No question. I think a great move.
Yeah, it was.
So, Brian, at the end of the day, how do you want your clients to remember you, Brian Mandel, and your law firm?
Well, Tab, that's really a great question. I think about that a lot. I've been here in Orange County for over 35 years as a business person. I've known a lot of people. My wife knows a lot of people. We have a lot of really good friends and neighbors, and over the years, a lot of those friends and neighbors have become clients of mine. Mm-hmm. But also, I've got clients that I've known for years now that have become really good friends of mine. So I have friends that are clients, and I have clients that are friends.
That's
and I think
awesome.
that's a really good way to be.
Well, that's a great network right there, Brian, when you think about that.
So I want my clients to feel that I'm approachable, that they can call me on the phone and not worry about getting a bill for a simple question. I just want them to feel free to contact me whenever they
Excellent.
question.
Great.
Excellent. Brian, I want to ask you this. You already, I think you prefer a way of people communicating with you based on the referrals, but with all the technology that we have available now, I mean, with websites, Instagram, I think with Facebook, I mean, LinkedIn, and now we have the podcast. I mean, any preference? I mean, do you like the email as a preference? I mean, what's your way?
Well, I'm in my office, and when I'm in the office, I'm meeting with clients, I'm drafting trusts, and I'm doing work usually. So it is kind of hard to reach me on the phone sometimes, but I would prefer that people use email, because I can check email whenever I have a spare minute and shoot back a quick response, or maybe a phone call and response or something like that. So that's actually my preferred way to do it.
Now I'm feeling a little better now, because when I call Brian and he never returns my call, I understand now. It's Leonard. I understand that.
So to reiterate,
Yes.
Brian, basically you prefer the email. So how do people get a hold of you?
Well, my email address is Brian, BRIAN, at brianmandellaw.com. And my phone number, of course, for those people that do want to call, is 949-660-0007. So either way is fine.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent. Hey, I want to thank Brian for coming on today's show, and my co-host Tab Phipps. And I want people to remember, check out iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and download one of the podcasts, and go back to the orangecounty.shrimptankpodcast.com and get the full segment here. You're going to get a lot on the bone here, that expression. But absolutely, check us out. And if you want to be on the show, same address here. And again, always with the ups and downs of the business world, stay cool out there.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.